Howdy! Fast action battlers are specifically designed for a younger target audience due to their simplistic designs. Thus, older collectors, including myself, find most of them unappealing. However, Disc Blast Frenzy is an exception to this, as there is no proper mainline toy of him. The minifigure that comes with Barricade counts for nothing. Like the other fast action battlers, he's packaged in robot mode, so I'll start with that. I can understand why there isn't a more complex mainline toy of him, because it's just not possible to get a transformable Frenzy figure that's completely movie accurate in both modes. I didn't even think he'd make this subline either, but let me tell you, they did a good job considering the character's CGI design. The mold detailing is good, though he only has paint apps on the side of his body and on the head. The head sculpt itself is very well done, and looks appropriately evil with the teeth molded in there. The proportions are rather awkward though. His chest sticks out a lot more than it should, and his limbs are almost flat. He also has a lot of kibble on his arms, back and head. Despite all this, he's reasonably stable, and the radio pieces on the back of his feet make decent heel spurs. The kibble on his back, when pressed, activates his disc launching gimmick, which is pretty cool. And the disc itself is like the ninja stars he actually used in the film. Frenzy's articulation is decent, but his odd proportions can cause balance issues, and he doesn't have many joints except those needed for transformation. Still, though he has his flaws, given the reasons I mentioned earlier, they're often overlooked. Being a fast action battler, the transformation isn't exactly rocket science. But it's actually fairly involved for something in this subline. When going back to robot mode, the automorph will occur when you pull up one of the speakers and open half the radio, and it just flips out like that. The radio mode is very impressive, and apart from the transformation seams, is almost perfect. He has a lot more paint and mold detailing this time. The Frenzy 97.9 on the digital display is a very nice touch, and the speakers are painted very realistically. The proportions are spot on, and the colour scheme, though fairly dull, is appropriate for this alt form. All this gives it a very realistic appearance. He even has a movable antennae. The main gimmick still works by pushing this button here. Great for sneak attacks. Interestingly enough, when inside the radio, the edge of the disc sort of resembles a frequency or volume changer. Whether or not it was meant to be either of those, I still think it's pretty clever. Finally, there are no robot extras sticking out, though you can see the flap covering his head here at the back, and all these gaps as well. Otherwise, this mode is very well done. In conclusion, even if you don't like this fast action battler subline, I still recommend Frenzy, especially since there's no proper mainline toy of him. And I seriously doubt there ever will be one. That's all for now. The Snowspeeder Luke Skywalker is next for reviewing, but until then, till all are one.